new 2019 Miss Amery, Allie Dela Cruz. At this time, I would like to introduce our Community Club President and this evening's MC, Dennis Carteron.
Good evening and welcome to the 2020 Amery Fall Festival Queen Coronation. As she said, I'm Dennis Carteron and I'm the president of the Amery Community Club for this year, and I'm going to be hosting you during this coronation. And now it's time to meet the 13 candidates who are running for Miss Amery. We will ask that you hold applause until the end and all candidates have been introduced. Thank you. Our first candidate this evening is Reece Benware. Her parents are Gunnar and Brooke Benware. Reece is sponsored by Outside In. Reece participates in FCCLA, CLE, STARS, Amery High School dance team, and kinship during the school year. She is also active in the Forest Timberwolves 4-H club. Most people don't know Reece walks in her sleep so much that her mom has to hide the keys at night. If Reece could spend a day with anyone, she would choose Rosa Parks because of the way she changed thousands of American lives for the better. After graduation, Reece plans to attend UW River Falls to pursue a teaching degree. Her father, Gunnar, is her escort tonight. Candidate number 2 is Riley Thompson Zemer. Her parents are Josh and April Zemer. Riley is sponsored by the Amery Free Press. Some of Riley's school activities and hobbies include golf, track, FCCLA, and the Construction Academy. Riley describes Amery as a small, tight-knit community where everyone waves to everyone when they pass on the street. Something interesting about Riley is that she loves to collect playing cards and has packs of them from many different places. After high school, Riley plans to go to Dunwoody Institute to major in interior design. She is escorted this evening by her father, Josh. The third candidate this evening is Lilly Marquan. Her parents are Brad and Tammy Marquan. She is sponsored by Wisconsin Credit Union. Lilly stays busy with Student Council, FCCLA, STARS, Kinship, Global Scholars, Tennis, Environmental Club, and the French Club. Her idea of an ideal family vacation would be spending time exploring trails and towns in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. After high school, Lilly would like to attend college and pursue a career either in history education or criminal profiling. Interesting facts about Lilly is she has 9 siblings and has never found a 4-leaf clover. Lilly is escorted this evening by her older brother Daniel. Madison Moulton is candidate number 4. Her parents are Lee and Angela Moulton. Madison is sponsored by the Cut Above Hair Studio. Madison enjoys playing instruments in different bands, hanging out with friends, swimming, fishing, and playing with her dogs. Madison's most exciting moment was playing guitar on a Guatemalan radio station while on a mission trip. Most people don't know Madison's middle name is Love, and this name has been passed down through many generations. Madison plans to go to school for music therapy. Her father, Lee, is her escort tonight. Candidate number 5 is Rayna Bryant. Her parents are Laura and Carrie Bryant. Rayna keeps busy with volleyball, soccer, dance, jazz band, painting, hiking, and kayaking. Most people don't know that Rayna owns 6 dogs and 18 goats. If Rayna could spend a day with anyone, she would like to play a little soccer with Alex Morgan and talk about how she got to be where she is today. After graduation, Rayna plans to attend either UW-Madison or University Minnesota Duluth for athletic training. Rayna's sponsor is Bremer Bank, and she is escorted by her father, Carrie. Crystal Livingston is candidate number 6. Her parents are Nick and Jesse Livingston. A few of Crystal's favorite things are family, friends, kayaking, sports, Spanish club, and global scholars. Crystal's most exciting moment was being adopted by her father. Her future plans include going to college for criminology and psychology. If Crystal could spend one day with anyone, she would spend it making s'mores with her Grandpa Gene. Crystal is sponsored by Stems from the Heart Floral and Gifts. She is escorted tonight by her father, Nick Livingston. Candidate number 7 is Deidre Meyer. Her parents are Derek and Debbie Meyer. She is sponsored by Dick's Fresh Market. Deidre is involved in FCCLA, FFA, CTE Academy, French Club, speaking contest, tennis, softball, and showing animals at the fair. She also enjoys gardening, doing puzzles, and cozy nights with her hedgehog. Most people don't know that Deidre has a unique ability to find 4-leaf clovers. She needs to give a lesson to Lilly. After graduation, Deidre would like to go into the agricultural field, either in teaching or conservation biology. Her ideal vacation would be to go to vacation to Norway that was canceled due to the pandemic. Deidre is escorted by her father, Derek. Candidate number 8 is Lana Bells. Her parents are Nathan and Jessica Bells. Chet Johnson Drug is sponsoring Lana. She is active in student council, color guard, ending nicotine addiction at AHS, and likes to go to musicals. After graduation, Lana plans to go to college and medical school to become a family doctor specializing in obstetrics. Lana's most exciting moment was when she found out she was going to be a bridesmaid in her best friend's wedding. Something interesting about Lana is that she can do a really good impression of a monkey. Her grandpa, Weston Bells, is Lana's escort tonight. Ella Gould is candidate number 9. Her parents are Josh and Kim Gould. Ella keeps busy with jazz band, tennis, dance, track, environmental club, student council, and drawing. One interesting thing people might not know about Ella is that she is double jointed in all her fingers, but not her thumbs. Ella's ideal vacation would be a tour through Iceland to explore its natural beauty. After graduation, Ella plans to positively impact the world, either through the environment or helping people. She is sponsored by Lake Life Realty, and Josh, Ella's father, is escorting her tonight. Kaylee Weiserman is our 10th candidate this evening. Her parents are Richard and Jacqueline Weiserman. Kaylee's most exciting moment was when her brother and best friend Curtis was born. Some of Kaylee's school activities and hobbies include hockey, golf, art, music, and just chilling with the family. If Kaylee could spend the day with anyone, she would choose Freddie Mercury with the hope of playing some music with him. After graduation, Kaylee would like to pursue her dream to become an orthopedic surgeon. Kaylee's sponsor is the Farm Table, and her escort this evening is her father, Richard. Candidate number 11, Alana Rivard. Her parents are Kevin and Robin Rivard. She is sponsored by Cardinal Glass Industries. Alana's most exciting moment was when she presented her military care package at the FCCLA convention in California. In addition to FCCLA, Alana enjoys participating in FFA, student council, and the school plays, tennis, track, and field and cooking. Alana's future plans going to college to become a registered nurse. Most people don't know that Alana trains and shows pigs at the county fair. Tonight, Alana is being escorted by her father, Kevin. Kaylee Weiserman is candidate number 12. Her parents are Luke and Alicia Weiserman. Kaylee is sponsored by Royal Flush Plumbing and Heating. During the school year, Kaylee participates in the dance team and the theater in Amery and Osceola. If Kaylee could spend a day with anyone, she would like to visit with the Broadway cast of Wicked to learn the tips and tricks of acting. Kaylee's most exciting moment was going to Florida and swimming in the ocean. Kaylee's future plans include college and a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom home in Wisconsin. She is escorted by her father, Luke. And last but not least, candidate number 13 is Remington Bebrock. Her parents are Matt and Libby Bebrock. Remington sponsors Pizza Man. Remington enjoys being the hockey team manager, shooting trap, archery, and hiking. Remington's most exciting moment was the day her father took her to her first concert. After graduation, Remington would like to travel the world in a converted school bus and go to college at Northland. Remington is escorted by her father, Matt. We would like to take this opportunity to thank each of the sponsors of these girls and their families for their support these young ladies have received. Before we announce the new court for 2020, we would like to welcome back the group of young women who have done an excellent job of representing Amery this past year. They have been very creative in finding ways to promote Amery and share kindness with the community. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the 2019 Fall Festival Court. Little Miss Amery, Olivia Sane. Fourth Princess, Emily Koenig. Third Princess, Madeline Hine. Second Princess, Kelsey Ullman. First Princess and Miss Congeniality, Ella Williamson. And outgoing Miss Amery, Allie Dela Cruz. Queen Allie, we invite you to come up to the microphone and say a few words about your past year on the court.
Hello, everyone. It is so exciting to see everyone tonight, even if it is only your smiling eyes. As some of you may know, especially our visiting ambassadors, it has been a rough year. We do feel very fortunate to have our Fall Festy Day. About 1 year ago today, I stood on a stage quite similar to this one, with tears in my eyes, and said, wow. To be very honest with you, that's about all I remember from the point I was crowned up until I was asked to say a few words. The energy and emotions were running extremely high. That night, the girls and I were on cloud 9 as if we were dreaming as we walked through the fairgrounds of Amery Fall Festival. Now, these speeches don't usually go into much detail naming each individual event, including our formal picture day. I think that might be because these small things are seen as a given, yet this year was anything but a given. To kick off our year, we were lucky enough to make it into the Anoka Halloween Parade. We were told that we had to dress in costume, of course. So, we decided that we were going to go as a pack of crayons. I was purple, Ella green, Kelsey pink, Maddie white, Emily blue, and Little Miss Olivia was gold. We were pretty dang proud of this costume choice, let me tell you. My mom, Jessica, was our driver that day, the first one to experience towing the massive float. That thing is heavy, not to mention huge. The girls and I took off in the van, which we had now deemed the box to our crayons. As we zoomed down 694, we were jamming out to a song, when suddenly, bang! The whole van jerked and my mom frantically slowed down to get onto the shoulder of the freeway. Our massive float had just come disconnected while we were going down the freeway at 70 miles per hour. A few phone calls and a couple tears later, we were towed over to the nearest Target store where we met up with our Little Miss Olivia and took some pictures on the float just to get a smile out of everyone. I guess you could say we were given the most amazing bonding opportunity from the very beginning. After a bit of a chaotic beginning, good things happened. We got to go to the Siren Parade, eat way too much chili at the Light Up the Park Parade here in Amery, ring bells for the Salvation Army, have hot chocolate with the Osceola royalty, take pictures with Santa at our holiday stroll, and attend the Cambridge Snowflake Parade. Personally, I loved the Cambridge Parade. Not only did we get to wear ugly sweaters, but we also had the opportunity to visit some of the residents at a couple of the local assisted living facilities. There, we sang Christmas carols and listened to their amazing stories from their younger days. This was truly one of the coolest things ever. We also met up with former Miss Amery, Micah Dado, who taught us a few things about royal etiquette. Thank you, Micah. I was one of the few who did know why we have 2 spoons on our placemats. When January came around, I was blessed to receive an invitation to the coolest celebration on earth, the St. Paul Winter Carnival. On a Thursday morning, my mom dropped me off at the Royal Hotel, where I was greeted by my roommates for the weekend, Miss Clear Lake, Kaylee, and Sammy, an Egan ambassador. I met so many amazing girls who I am lucky enough to call some of my best friends. I will never forget the royal experience, attending the grand parade and the royal coronation, and meeting the amazing people that make up the St. Paul Winter Carnival royal family. I could never thank the Fall Fest Committee enough for letting me attend this wonderful event. Thank you so very much. A few weeks down the line, our lives were turned upside down from the COVID-19 pandemic. All of a sudden, the girls and I didn't get to see each other at school every day, and everything became one big jumble of confusion. That's when we realized our summer was probably not going to look like the one we had imagined. After we had our first Zoom meeting with the committee, we knew the parades were going to start dwindling. A few weeks into June, we got to unwrap our formal dresses for the first time and get glammed up for our formal picture day. We met at York Park and spent some time catching up. It was very special to share this day with the girls and our little miss. Thank you to Joy at Cahill Studios for capturing our beautiful shots. As time went on, more and more events were canceled for the year. We knew we had to get creative. So, we volunteered at Ruby's Pantry, made promotional videos about what we liked best about Amery, and even got to have our own little mini parade. Throughout all of these experiences, the best part was getting to see everyone and interact with our amazing community. On the 4th of July, we had 2 parades in one day. We started our day in Siren, where we met so many amazing girls from surrounding areas, and got to ride the float for just the 2nd time ever. That afternoon, we hopped aboard the pontoon for Amery's Oat Boat Parade. This time, we wore our sundresses. Thank you so much to the Williamsons for driving us around Wapo that afternoon. It was a great time. Our last out-of-the-town parade was Frederick for their Family Fun Days parade. This parade was short, sweet, and a little bit heartwarming because of special encounter with a kinder, older gentleman. At the end of the parade route, we saw dozens of floats carrying royalty from all over. We had not seen this many people since COVID. On August 5th, the Amery City Council invited us to attend their monthly meeting. Formal dresses were required. There, we all gave a brief recap of how our year went while we coexisted with coronavirus. After our presentation, the City Council presented us with a proclamation that stated from now on, each year, the first Wednesday in August shall be called Amery Queen's Court Day. The girls and I are so incredibly honored and excited that we get to start a new tradition that will carry on for years to come. Thank you to the Amery City Council for your generosity. In August, we also had the opportunity to make 4 appearances at our local farmers market in 4 different events. Reading children's books, having a campfire with s'mores, and ice cream unsocial, and walking down the trail. Of course, the ice cream unsocial was the most popular by far. Thank you to the Amery Farmers Market for having us, and the Ellie's Ice Cream and Coffee, as well as Amery Fall Fest Committee for making these fun events possible. Before we knew it, it was time to meet our candidates. To socially distance, the court and I invited the candidates out on the lake for a kayaking adventure. It was the perfect way to get to know them a little more, while still staying healthy. We also painted some hearts on the sidewalk with them to help with the Hearts campaign. Thank you so very much to Debbie Elmer and Craig at Acme Junk for teaching us the ways of the stencils and paint, and for allowing us to be part of this amazing project. As I look back on this year, it makes me realize how truly grateful I am to have spent it with such an amazing group of girls. Ella, you were my first friend in Amery. When I moved here in 7th grade, you took me in despite my frizzy hair and giant nerd glasses. You've been my friend for almost 6 years now, and I could not be more thankful to have spent this year with someone as kind and as loving as you. Kelsey, you're one of the sweetest and most passionate people that I know. Your beautiful art inspires everyone around you, and there are no limits to what you can accomplish. Thank you for always being there for me no matter what, and for never being anyone but your sweet, funny, and courageous self. Maddie, our friendship didn't really bloom until around freshman year. Your goofy and spunky personality is so contagious, and I'm so glad I got to spend this past year with you. You're always there to lend a hand and crack a joke. Thank you so much for staying true to your beautiful and bold self. Emily, I remember when we used to go to your house every Wednesday in 7th grade and go to youth group. Those were the good old days. I miss it so much. I love how we can laugh at the smallest things and have a great time no matter what. Remember when we were playing Bop It and it fell on your phone and cracked the screen? But we just kept on laughing and having a great time. Oh, and those ski trips to Trollhagen, those were the best. I've loved being on court with you. Don't ever stop being your smart, comedic, and loving self. Last but certainly not least, our little Miss Olivia. Boy, do you have some sass, little one. The girls and I have loved spending this year with you. Remember at the Cambridge parade when you scarfed down like 8 slices of bread? Well, I'll admit it was good stuff, but I think you liked it more than anyone else. Thank you for always being goofy with us and giving us warm hugs every time you saw us, at least before COVID. I am so sorry that you didn't get to experience as many parades as you wanted, but I hope you'll run for Miss Amery when you're older. I know you'd make an exceptional queen or princess. After this strange pandemic year on court, there are so many people I'd like to thank. First, I'd like to thank my parents, Jessica and Carlos, as well as my entire family, for being my #1 fans and for sticking by my side through thick and thin. I know the princess life has not been the easiest, but I couldn't ask for better people to help me through it. Thank you as well to all the families of this court. Without you, this year would not be possible. Thank you for devoting the last year to us and being the most awesome parents ever. I'd also like to thank Chet Johnson Drug. Not only did they sponsor me as a candidate, but they have also been my employer for almost 3 years now. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me and for being the most flexible people ever when it comes to my crazy schedule. Thank you to Carrie Moskell, who helped me with my talent show piece, and thank you to Matt and Christine Crowrup, who drove me in their awesome Jeep in the parade last year, as well as styled my beautiful hair for the coronation ceremony. Thank you to Mrs. Tara Rose for helping me early on in my candidate process and giving me awesome interview advice. Thank you to Mrs. Lisa Relo for helping me with the final touches of this speech. Thank you to the entire Fall Festival Committee and to Oralee Schock, Emily Larson, and Andrea Uhas for your incredible assistance through it all. You always do a great job coordinating everything, as well as helping us out and giving us the best advice. Thank you for taking the time out of your very busy schedules to help make what we do possible. Lastly, I'd like to thank the City of Amery. Thank you for allowing me to represent you this past year. It was a privilege and honor to serve as an ambassador for such an amazing little community. I'll never forget this opportunity, and I am eternally grateful for it. To wrap it up, a few words to this year's queens. Do not take one moment for granted. Nothing is ever promised, as we quickly learned this year. Lead humbly and always be kind to one another. Take so many pictures that you run out of storage on your phone, and smile so much that your cheekbones get sore. This year will truly be the best experience of your life thus far. Remember to serve your community with grace and compassion, and have an amazing year. Thank you all again so much for coming tonight. I will forever be your 2019-2020 Miss Amery, Allie Dela Cruz. Thank you.
And now, for one last time, Queen Allie. On behalf of everyone in the Amery Community Club, the Fall Festival Committee, and our community, we extend our thanks to you young girls for representing our city. The girls on this court committed an enormous amount of time attending not only dozens of parades, okay, less, this year, but many other community-related events as well, as she noted in her speech. These girls and their families have had to plan their schedules around these events, and I know that's not always easy. So once again, let's show our appreciation for the entire court. It's now time to announce the Fall Festival 2020 new festival court. The young ladies before you have all been interviewed both publicly and privately. They have been judged on their talent, presentations at the talent show, and judged on their poise in the past few days. We think all of you are winners for being brave enough to go through this process. And now, the envelopes. The candidates each performed their choice of talent and were judged by a group of judges, and the winner is kind of nosy, aren't you? Talent Award winner, Deidre Meyer. The next award is Miss Congeniality. It's an award chosen by the candidates themselves, recognizing the girl who is the friendliest, most helpful, and most pleasant to be around. This year's Miss Congeniality is Ella Gould. The fourth princess in 2020 she isn't here. Oh wait, yes she is. Riley Thompson Zemer. Getting advice here. The third princess for 2020 is Miss Lilly Marquan. Second princess for the 2020 court is Ella Gould. We're getting down to this nitty-gritty here. The first princess for 2020 is Reece Benware. And now the moment that everybody's been waiting for, especially these 13 young girls. We're going to announce to you who's going to be Amery's queen for 2020. Drum roll. Miss Amery for 2020 is Deidre Meyer. And there is your court for 2020. Let's give them all a round of applause. Queen Deidre, on behalf of the people of Amery, we charge you with the responsibility of representing our community to the best of your ability. Would you like to say a few words, please? It really wasn't a question. What's your bridesmaid old days?
Okay. Well, I'm very surprised. I wanted to thank my dad because he really helped me through everything. I wanted to thank Kaylee because she really helped me through interviews. And I'm just amazed. My grandpa says it best, prepare to lose, but always have a smile on your face to win. Like, always be prepared to win as well. Put yourself out there and always try your best. And I really did that today and throughout this whole process, and I'm really thankful for all of this. So thank you so much.
Queen Deidre, please review your subjects. At this time, we'd like to thank all of our candidates once again. Only a few are chosen to be on the court, but you are all wonderful representatives of our community. The parents of the new queen are welcome to come join her daughter on the stage at this time. And this concludes our coronation ceremony for this evening. I'd like to thank you all for attending and, oh, wait, we had a late, yep. I don't know her name. We have to announce the Little Miss Amery for 2020. Come on up by the girls. Little Miss Amery for 2020, Penelope Garriman. Thank you all for attending. Drive home safely.